welcome to another episode of the Concord Illuminati. My name is Molly, and I will be your DM for this adventure. You should have seen our intros in the beginning, and we're so happy that you joined us for another wonderful session. All right.
We don't know yet what this session is going to be like.
Wishful thinking. It will be wonderful because we say it will be wonderful.
It's wonderful whenever we're with our friends.
Yes, it's the power of friendship makes the show so wonderful.
Day.
Speaking of shimmering, the city of Yty Vra'a is bustling with life and shimmering with magic. As the sun begins its ascent, small bursts of magical sparks break through the afternoon shade. In a town square, a satyr and a unicorn face each other on stage. The unicorn enchants the audience with a crooning, beautiful fey melody, and the satyr brings the crowd back with his staccato flute playing. The volley back and forth, tune for tune, until only the best fey remains. A true battle of the bands is afoot. Just inside the flaxen flame, a half-elf woman with a loosely tied bun and a taller Eladrin man, best known as Iliad, follow a group of miners by trade, bemoaning the recent trouble down at the Mithral mines, and the administrator, Anlith, that seems to have entrusted the recovery of the mines to the giants during the festival of Nosiorahegua. Across town, rows of blacksmiths show off their prowess at forming finely tuned mithril goods. Some master smiths show their hand at adding ornate leaves into molten mithril, forging blades of incredible power and beauty. Down a side alley, away from these displays, a nervous woman stands in her kitchen, watching Kendall and Karis, aka Candle, planning to wrest her feline from the grips of a banshee. Kendall and Karis, what would you like to do?
I would like to wrest a feline from the grips of a banshee.
Wonderful. Tell me about how you're going to do that.
Oh, first, let's talk about how this is going to work. So we talked about, I'm going to try to turn this undead. If it works, then you run in. But if it doesn't work, then we close the door, okay?
All right, one step at a time.
Right? Because I don't want you going in and just getting killed.
No, me neither. Never fun.
All right. So, we're going to open the door. As soon as the door opens, as soon as Karis opens the door, what you've seen is that the banshee comes up screaming. You're going to try to turn the dead. Mm-hmm. Or turn what is it? Whatever.
Turn undead.
Turn undead. We're just going to get turned. With these
Kendall's going to hold his holy symbol. He's going to pull it out of his shirt and hold it up. The wheel with the diamond in it. And he's going to start praying to Kendra. And any undead that can see or hear him within 30 feet has to make a wisdom save.
Wicked. All right. So, I'm going to drag you onto this map just for ease's sake. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
We see our friends here. So, you open the door. You hear the scream of the banshee coming up, and you hear a caterwaul. You hear also as the sound goes off.
My cat was disturbed by your caterwaul, so I think you did a good job.
I am, you know what? I grew up with 3 cats, and so we speak a similar language. And I was an only child, so it's literally, I'm fulfilling the Chan's dream of being a cat girl. All right, here we go. One wisdom save to save it all, to save the cat. Here we go.
Can y'all see me?
Can you see you?
I'm frozen on my screen.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you are frozen.
No, you're frozen.
You're frozen.
I was looking at the map, didn't realize.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay, that's...
Can hear you, though.
Did you just do this to me?
Not on purpose.
Not you, her.
The cat.
The cat.
See, this is the power of a caterwaul.
Mm-hmm. Now how none of your electricity works. You've been thrown into the Stone Age. It's a classic caterwaul kerfuffle.
Classic kerfuffle. And tonight our beverages are brought to us by
Fresca?
Oh, sorry.
Fresca.
I don't have any, but I have water.
Water.
Arizona iced tea.
Arizona iced tea.
I'll go get a Fresca
Lollipop.
soon.
Apple juice, Minute Maid.
Minute Maid apple juice. We're just supporting corporations out of the kindness of our heart. Shout out to
Oh,
Minute Maid
yeah.
apple juice. PepsiCo, hello. and
Yes.
Scarlett, what are you choking on?
Olipop.
Olipop. The stevia soda that's got teeth. Rawr.
I like it.
No, it's probiotics.
Oh, it's
Fiber.
the probiotics that have teeth. Rawr.
Oh, yo.
Is-
I just
All right.
accidentally-
Probiotics.
I'm back.
Oh.
The Banshee rolled a nat 4, which
Nice.
gets it to a 7.
That does
Nice,
not
nice,
pass the DC.
Wonderful.
job,
So you hear that the Banshee it sees the symbol of kindred and this kind of white faceless mask and this billowing purple form of smoke behind it. So rushes off into the corner. And Karis, make a perception check.
I think that my result will be like an 11. I rolled a 12. I need to get my character sheet up still. And everyone can watch me do that. Yeah, actually,
This perception check brought to you by Transverse. Check out AOTT every Saturday at 2 p.m.
My result is 13.
All right. So you matched the cat. So we need to do a reroll. Actually, what is your dex?
My dex is +4. I have 18 dex.
Okay, we're doing a reroll. Here we go.
Ooh.
Okay, my result is 17.
Okay, wonderful. So you hear it, and it is you see the cat kind of like walking around behind the boxes. You can see the map, correct?
Yes, I can see the map.
Okay, so it's walking around behind these boxes. These boxes.
Okay, I am going to. So, for context, I'll be raging this whole time, so that I can channel, my inner salinity. I don't know where my special die went, and it's like, here she is. Okay, I was very concerned. This is very important to me. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so Karis runs down the stairs as fast as she can, looks around, sees a small bit of fur out of one corner of her eye, turns her head, nothing's there, sees another one, turns her head, and there's a cat, and she runs after it and tries to retrieve this cat. We're gonna grab it. We're just gonna try to grab it. We're gonna maybe fail. It's a cat, but we're gonna try.
So the cat is gonna make a dexterity saving throw to avoid you.
Oh boy.
Okay.
While this is happening, Kendall is going to be hot on her heels and holding up the holy symbol because the undead is turned from him. It's not turned from Karis, so he's trying to make sure he's nearby.
Cool. So these two are running forward. It seems to have stumbled. It seems to have stopped and is smelling like a bit of rotten meat on the ground. It doesn't seem to actually care that you're picking it up.
Aw, that's so cute. We leave.
All right, so you make your way up the stairs, and you quickly slam the door. And afterward, you hear the Banshee wailing against the door. And the woman will come over, Alarian will come over and say, "Oh my God, Mr. Flufferkins, oh, thank you, God. Oh, thank you for rescuing my cat. Oh my God, thank you.
No, I wasn't kidding.
Thank you so much."
Of course, but I wasn't kidding. You should find someplace else to stay until this Banshee has been taken care of, because it is actually very dangerous, and it's not something that Karis and I can handle by ourselves. We're going to have to go get help. So until then, please go stay with some family, enjoy the holiday with them, and just leave the house.
I heard that there was a unicorn singing down on the town square. I'm gonna go see him.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you. Right.
Turn to Karis.
Oh, that was out of character. What do you say?
So, do we want to go get the Mithral guard, to help us out with this, or do we want to get our friends?
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, we fulfilled their requests. We should just report back and let them know what's up.
All right.
All they
good to me.
wanted, right? Like, well, they just asked us to try to get them to stop bothering them, right? So, I think that's handled, right? We told them to go stay somewhere else and bring their cats, so that's good. So,
Okay.
Roll an insight check, Karis.
okie dokie. Okay. My result is 8.
8. Yeah, you think that's what Fallred asked you to do? Absolutely.
Great.
I just think that Fallred asked us to handle it, and it's not really handled. And she is going to come back and complain if the Banshee's still there when she comes back.
Okay, yeah, but that could be, I mean, days and days, right? That could be weeks. We don't, are we even still going to be here?
I think we should at least go back to the Mithral guard and let them know what we found.
I agree. I think that's probably part of...
And if they need us to help with the second part, then we'll play it from there.
Yeah, we can, ride the vibe.
As Karis and Kendall are having this conversation, from just behind Kendall's head, a small fairy plays an electronic harp. And as they start their walk over to Fallred's office, the afternoon sun is sinking lower in the sky. Rewind, and we see a group of miners by trade entering a bar and settling down, and we see following in behind Eliad.
Why does it taste like it was
Right.
Why does it taste like that?
Just like we talked about.
Sorry, guys. My phone was I opened it up and it was on a video.
Just like we talked about, Oddie. Ready. You ready? You got it.
Oh, I'm so ready. I'm so pumped. Woo!
So
Let's do this!
Let's
Yes!
You're so pumped.
Secrets!
All right. Okay. Just like
I'm so glad that the two of you have so much energy, because I have about 0. So it's balancing out, and I support you so much, and I appreciate you.
It's a lie. All a lie.
It's all a lie. We're really good at it. We're really good at just faking it till we make it. Just like we're gonna do right now, right, Odd? We are the best at this game. That I'm not sure what you called it. I'm sure I'm excellent at it, but you said this is an Elijah gambling game.
I've never actually played Fable, but I have played Fantasy Fable, and it's pretty much all statistics anyway. So
okay, all right, Fantasy Fable, all right. It's perfect. So all we got to do is get them to the table. Yeah, I mean, as long as we get them to just sit at the table and play cards with us, I'm sure that we can just ask them if they need help drafting a team or something. Right?
I've been practicing my cards actually, so this works out really well.
I'm very excited to see exactly how well you've been practicing.
Do you think they'd be into magic tricks?
You know what? You got to get their attention, and I think that is a valid way to do it. Some people might think it's odd, but you are odd. Sometimes with this kind of work, being quirky or your natural self is the most. It's the best way to get away with undercover work, because it's what you're good at naturally.
Like a little fist pump.
Yes. I'm over here. My fist is right here. You're gonna pump it.
Okay.
Pump over there too. You can pump the sky. Yeah, pump it.
How do we go in? How do we get in there? What's the?
You gotta look like you're coming out after a hard day's work, and you're just really in for a good time in a pint, and you look for their table and say, hey. Get their attention. You won't play cards with me. Been a long day at work.
Should I do a voice? Should I do a voice like you're doing a voice? Should I do? Is that?
That's the voice that I.
Hey! You miners!
You're not from where I'm from.
Can I get a pint, please?
I mean, you could, but like you're kind of you're from this place. That's not the way they talk. I have the accent of my my parents.
Is that?
They're not
I
even.
always just thought you were.
This isn't even an Elvish accent. It's not even Elvish.
No, I just thought you liked talking that way.
No, I'm a half elf. It's
I
from the
didn't
area I'm
understand.
from.
Oh well,
Yeah.
Odds learned a valuable lesson today.
Another minor, just sort of as you're standing outside, a man with like heavy leather gloves and kind of gritty, sweaty, kind of says, could I get through, please?
Or go ahead.
Of course, my friend. Go on in.
Great. That's wonderful. Bye.
I'm just a hard-working guy coming in for a pint.
This is painful.
I love that for you. That's really wonderful. Thanks. Thanks for sharing that.
You look like a hard-working lad yourself.
Very hardworking.
And for the second time, the Eladrin just starts making the awkward turtle and walking into the room here.
Wait, you don't have to talk like
that was good, right? Did you think it was good? I thought I did great.
I thought you were talking like me.
But you are so tough and hardworking.
I'm also from an area that you're not from.
I mean, I guess if you don't think the voice was good, I don't have to do the voice.
It's like, put it this way, it's like if you went to those isles and you started making the sound of that like lizard, and you were making the sounds of lizards from the isles instead of from that island, and so you're trying to talk to that person and on the isle, and they're like, oh, I'm using this lizard voice, and then they're like, oh, okay, that's cool, you're from here too, and then you started talking in a voice.
Yeah,
from,
you
like,
just described how species
something.
diversify, and then we mate. So
you mate by pretending you're.
Yeah, they understand if it's a species from a similar island, they understand that there's going to be genetic diversity there. There's a lot of value in that. So,
but you're genetically diverse from me, are you not?
And so I'm not sure if Darwin has traveled around and done his research in this universe yet. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
You've never heard of the famous scientist
Here is that
Darwina?
you're Eladrin, and I'm not. That's your strength.
Okay, listen, I get your point. I'm not going to do the voice. Just how do we approach this? I'm going to let you lead because obviously I'm doing a good job. Whatever.
All right. You got to remember, just be yourself. Just be yourself. Just don't talk about what you're thinking about. Just look at the surface stuff and say what's on the surface.
Okay, so be myself, but like not at all. Got it.
Yourself.
I'm ready.
With the turtle shell. Put the turtle shell on. Put the turtle shell on.
All right.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, put your turtle shell on. You got to put your Josephine shell on.
I need a defensive layer of social armor. It's all clear now.
Oh my goodness. It's perfect. Yes.
I'm dying.
Yes, Audie. Yes, turtle shell. Yes. Okay.
I have to be Josephine.
So invoking the power of the turtle.
Be Josephine. Yes.
Invoking the power of the turtle.
Yes.
A proud Eladrin strides into the flaxen flame. Hardwood bar, ramshackle tables, group of miners, a small blue Eladrin reading with his nose deep in a book. Man behind the bar, different one than before.
Oh, all right. I'm just yawning and stretching. Oh, wow. Long day. Long day.
Super long, so long.
I need a pint.
The longest.
I need some laughing.
So thirsty.
Fun. Just good time. you mind if I sit here
Parched.
with my friend?
There's already
Yeah.
there's like the bartender hearing you do this will already have like 2 pints up and will have his hand out. 2 silver.
Oh,
Oi!
I don't even know if I can hold this mug because I'm so tired from all the work
Thank
I've
you
been
so
doing.
much. Here's Audie, pay the gentleman and
Here's
and
the money
lady.
that I made at my working hard job.
Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
He slides it across the table.
Yeah. Yes, because working hard
Puts
so much.
it in a pouch around his belt.
I'm going to come like sit by the table with some of the miners of trade that we are aware of, and go and you mind? It looked like you have an open spot here.
Yeah. Welcome.
All right. Thank you. Audie, come sit. Or say, oh, did you bring the cards? We should play a cards game.
I think I might have a deck somewhere around here. And he just like pats himself down and then flourishes out a deck of cards.
Ooh.
That's quite a trick.
You guys you like magic?
Elin takes a quick, like,
starts shuffling the cards.
Half the pint, just the whole half of the pint. I'm like, oh god.
I thought you
magic.
said you wanted to play cards.
I mean, yeah, but we could just do a little warm up first. No?
He likes magic tricks. You know, it's a thing he likes to practice when we're not working.
Odd reluctantly just starts dealing the cards out.
It's all right. It's a hobby. You know, everybody's got to have a hobby. What card game are we playing, Odd? What are you doing?
What? Dragon... Ace of Dragon Spades.
Ace of Dragon Spades. All right. Famous Ace of Dragon Spades. So...
Famous Ace of Dragon Spades.
All right. So first, of course, the rules for Ace of Dragon Spades, and the man will stand up. Of course, the rules for Ace of Dragon Spades. I love this game. All right. So first, we roll 3 dice, and the first one to get near 21, the first one to get closest to 21, you go to 21, you bust. So ante in, everybody ante in.
All right. Yeah, yes, let's do this. Which dice are we rolling?
All right. So I'm gonna represent the guy with my dice. You're gonna roll 3d6.
Right.
And we're basically gonna play 3 rounds of 21.
Okay, and I am going to be using...
what is our monetary system? Silver, gold, coppers, right?
What would be appropriate? Like 5 copper pieces or like 1 silver piece?
I'm not really sure.
These are Mithral miners. These are people who work very, like, you're thinking like Alaskan oil rig folks. Like, they live it rough, and then when they come into port, they have money. So that he puts out like silver. He'll put out like 50 gold on the table.
Oh. Okay.
All right, so it's doing in gold. Right. We had.
You can see Odd visibly like flinches a little bit, but then is like pretends
that's too rich for you. Like I thought you were a working man.
I just have a tick sometimes. It's fine.
I mean, we can cut it down if you need to, but you said you were a working man.
I love it so much that I involuntarily threw up in my mouth a little bit.
Yeah,
that's wonderful.
How much I love it.
That's a natural reaction.
Big swig.
All right, so we're doing 25 gold ante.
Yeah, sure. I can't remember the group pot at the moment, but I'll just take
75. It'll be 100 gold as a group pot.
Okay.
It'll be 4 people. All right.
Right.
So
25, so 50 gold between the 2 of us, right?
Yep, 50 gold for the 2 of you. Yep.
All right.
All right. So roll 3d6.
And Grumblebee, I am gonna give Elon advantage with my cheating shroud.
I like it. Yes.
So every time.
I love this game. I love it. With a fiery passion.
Molly, I assume I only have 1 reaction like per round that we're playing together, right? Okay, yeah.
Yep.
So then I'm gonna use
it on Elon. Is that how it works?
You'll roll with advantage, yep.
All right. And then Molly, how many times do we roll? Is it one roll and then we see?
So
how
we're and then they're gonna go around and say like, they'll ante again for the next, and
Okay.
so they did the 50. So then they have one die that's gonna roll. So
Alright.
who's gonna hit?
I rolled my 3.
Okay,
With my
so you know
advantage.
your number. So you want to
Okay.
get to 21 without going over. I'm going to roll like another die communally, and that's going to be the number that you add.
Okay.
So are you going to hit
I
or no?
will hit.
Hit?
Yes.
Hit, I believe, if I'm understanding the rules. I think I hit.
Yes.
One more
All right,
d6, correct?
It was a 1. I just rolled it
Oh,
for
great.
the group.
Okay.
So it was a 1.
So we add the 1 to our number.
Yep. All right. Hit her pass.
I'm gonna hit.
I
Okay.
will hit.
5.
Right. I will stay.
We're going to 21. I'll hit.
All right, you're the last one. The other 2 are happy to set.
Should I say where I'm
Okay.
at now so that everyone knows I'm not ain't no sneak?
5.
Okay, so then I am at 20.
Okay,
Ooh.
cool. So you are tied with a guy who is kind of who put the money up, the original ante.
If you stayed, do I still call my number?
If you state, yeah, what was your number?
21.
All right, so then you win the pot. You win 100.
Hey!
Oh,
I love this game. I love Ace of Dragons.
she's fleecing us. I don't believe it.
Fleecing, yeah. We've had one round.
No.
We've only got half a
Let's
pint.
play again. Let's
We
play
should play
again.
again. We need more pints. I'm only on half a drink here. Come on, another.
If you're buying the pints, you just took my wallet.
Yeah, I mean,
A
there's
round for everyone.
like 5 copper, I think, something like that. Yeah, a round for everyone.
Okay. So they will they'll continue to play games with you, but they'll play for smaller P's.
Right.
And that let's role play the conversation while you're gaming.
Oh, I fucking love playing this game, let me tell you. After a long day, especially at the mines, it's just, I love to get my mind off of it so much. What about you? You like the cards? Do they help you relieve the tension too? Takes a drink of my pint.
I mean, nearly anything gets, just being away from those creatures gives me peace.
Yeah, I've never actually seen one. I've only
Really?
Yeah, I've been lucky like that. What about you, Odd? I've been lucky enough not to see them. Have you seen any?
I know a lot of people that's seen a lot of them, but
I keep
not
hearing
me.
that.
Mhm.
Have you seen it?
I think I've heard them.
Oh yeah, I think I heard them for sure.
Deeper down.
We'll just be hacking away. We just
Minding
discovered
your
this
own
great
business.
Whoa. Oh, all right.
We just hit this great new vein, and then all of a sudden these ghosts pop out of nowhere and start throwing rocks at us.
And alas, it was all in vain.
I'm just saying. I mean, ghosts. Like, are we really sure they're ghosts? Like I said, I haven't seen them myself. I didn't even know they could actually throw rocks or anything. Yeah.
Listen, I just know what hits me in the head, and if rocks are flying sideways at my head, and my friend didn't throw them, it's probably a ghost or something else.
I have a friend that wrote a paper on how detrimental traumatic brain injuries can be.
Writing a paper? I thought you worked in the mine.
It's cousin
her friend.
Of mine.
It's a friend.
Friend's cousin. Rich type, not like me. But anyway,
sometimes it'd be like that, You got a rich family.
She engineered this clever design called a helmet. I could probably hook you up, and it will protect your head so the ghosts don't hurt you.
You're a real cut up. I like the cut of your jib. That's really funny.
Yeah. You know what? I bet your helmets would be probably really good at the gladiatorial games.
Yes.
You think do they wear their helmets at
Cranial
the games?
protection for all.
Yeah. No, but you know what? I have a theory. So I've heard that like the ghosts, supposedly the ghosts, the reason they're all angry is because it's like their home down there or something. But I don't know what ghosts live in. Do they just like live in rocks for funsies?
This has been our home for generations. There's no secret ghosts.
That's what I'm saying. That why would they be mad if they're in their own homes? Why are they living in a rock?
Great question. And that's why
Yeah.
Amleth brought in the giants.
Oh, are ghosts afraid of giants? Is that it?
No, but the giants are ready to kill the ghosts.
Well, how are you supposed to kill a ghost?
They said that they could do it. I don't know. You have to talk to Amleth about that.
That's crazy. I bet you this pot right here that the giants probably know something that we don't, obviously, but maybe they can actually kill ghosts. Maybe like it's like a trapping. You like trap a ghost. Can you trap a ghost? Can we get another pint?
All right, and so as this is happening, we will return to Candle. And so you're making your way through the city. You see the very tail end of the Capybara Parade. As you're making your way across, you follow it down the road, and
Capybara.
Capybara, 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 capybara. Come on,
We
Adora.
cannot resist the call.
Come on, Adora.
I definitely don't know what you're referencing. I'm not even like too cool for school. I just don't even know.
We'll have to. You'll.
I don't know. I'm pretty. I kind of
session.
like living my life this way, so I don't know that I want to change it.
I kind of want to rewrite the song now to like Capadora, 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 because I don't know what
wow.
about, you know,
That's
it's
good.
like it makes it better, it gives it some juice.
So you'll arrive to where Fall Red met you originally. The door to his office is closed, but another officer will meet you out front. It's kind of sitting there, fiddling with papers and keeping watch.
Hello there. We were recently in here speaking to Falred.
Oh yeah, Fall Red.
Right. So Falred told us to go check out this house where this woman has been calling on the Mithral Guard a lot, complaining a lot.
Oh, Alarian, yeah, she never stops.
Lots of noise and all that, she's saying. So as it turns out, she does have something to complain about, and it's not something that I felt we could do on our own. There is a banshee in her basement.
Classic.
And you see kind of he writing Banshee in basement. It's basically he's filling out an incident report.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I mean, I told
The bureaucracy strikes again.
I told her to go stay with some family until it was taken care of. You know, I don't want her wandering in there and scream and she's dead. But is that something that the Mithral Guard can handle? Do they need help? How does this work?
Well, once I file this, I can get back to you tomorrow. Because Fall Red has to approve it, and he's gone for the night.
Okay.
So what do you usually do when there are banshees in basements? How does that usually go?
There aren't usually banshees in basements. Usually it's like a cat is running around in the basement, or like, something slips through from the Fey realm, a unicorn is sitting in the basement or has climbed up into an upstairs bedroom and they can't get it back downstairs.
Not usually an undead.
It's mostly animal control.
Yeah.
And filing paperwork.
I mean, does it sound scary to you in particular? Is like a banshee something that is above your pay grade as well?
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I am a fresh recruit. I picked the short straw, and I will be working the task for all of Nosir Hegwa.
Oh,
I'm very sorry to hear that.
So is my wife.
I think, Kendall, dealing with a banshee is something that's probably above our pay grade. But it isn't. Sitting at a desk.
Well, what are you driving at?
I don't know, but I mean, clearly this person needs help. So if we were going to go to the
No, I have all of this stuff
No, I'm
taken
speaking
care of.
quietly.
They
Hey,
trained
how
me.
dare you? I'm speaking quietly. Is this person? Did they make a perception check? Huh?
Woo!
I thought that
Spicy!
was clear from me doing this and a few other little clues.
So spice.
All right.
Anyway, continue.
Well, what I was thinking is, maybe we tried to go to the wine mixer because, it might be nice to see Falred again, and
Yeah.
and
I'm not
find out
sure.
more information because there's probably a bunch of rich folks there.
I was thinking, should we, did we ever should we send a letter with more details back, to our superiors explaining that there's a new, island that was previously uncharted and that sort of thing?
We already told them all about it.
Well, all about it. Oh yeah, that's right, you did.
Yes, I have the notebook of the captain.
Wow, that's so fancy.
I mean, it's just a notebook. It's got the partner notebook, I think, and you write in it, and then they get the message, and then they write back, and I get the message.
No, you're right. I guess I don't have any more excuses as to why I should not go to the wine and cheese mixer.
Yeah, it's really weird, actually, that you don't want to go. It's a very nice sounding event. It's a nice sounding event, and you're just going,
a very
no,
social
I'm not
event.
going. Yeah, and we're trying to find out information about what's going on here. You go to social event to find out information.
Yes, yeah. I suppose you're right about that.
All right. Well, I think that we should go back to our room and get prettied up, and then make our way over there.
Yep. That sounds great.
Wonderful.
It is great. Why are you so upset?
So we will return as they start making their way back to the Flaxen Flame. You'll return, and so they'll tell you about kind of probably about a month ago there started being kind of undead attacks. They're all sort of incorporeal undead that seem to phase in and out, and they are attacking miners, all this stuff, and it's created a lot of problems for the current head of operations, Sontar. And Analith was able to strike a deal with the giants who said that they could handle the undead. And they have sent all of Analith, and the giants have sent all of the elves away from the mines for Nosiorahegua. And so there's just Analith and the giants at the mines.
And for our reference, out of characterly, Analith is an elf, right?
Yep. Analith is one of the mining officials from the Mithral Company.
All right, Mithral Company mining official. Just making sure I'm not mixing them up with the giants.
Yep. ANLYH. YTH.
YTH. All right, I've got that right. Nice. Yeah, I mean, it's nice that they sent us all away for the festivities and all. Oh, I got a question for you. I've had a couple of points, so I'm sorry if my questions are.
You're not the only one.
I'm doing really good in the card game though. But who are you betting on for the game? Who you think is gonna win? Who you think's gonna win? All right.
Well, usually the miners put up a team, but our team got kind of injured in the most recent attacks. So I was betting on them.
You usually win. You're the mining team usually wins. I'm actually kind of new to this area. I'm only lived here maybe a month or so.
We always make it to the finals, but we never win.
Who always wins? Is it the same person?
And they'll say,
team,
well, there's
persons.
this group of druids from the Feywild, and they have, they'll bring up roots out of the ground and they'll trip us up, or the arcanists from the from the elite district. They'll paint the ground silver with their snow and make it impossible to walk on, impossible to climb up to get the bird out of the cage.
Odd is also like a little bit tipsy at this point because he's kind of a lightweight and he's had like 2 points at this point, so he's pretty. He's like, what would really take your team to the next level? Statistics.
Oh,
Let me tell you about the most winning team in the entire Eladrin League last year. Beat out a bunch of guys with ice mages.
Oh, you got a point. You got such a good point. If you and I,
The team is all injured.
But we could be
There's
on your
no
team. We could be on your team. Audie is.
Do you want to be the team?
Audie's so good at his statistics, and I can build us a catapult to get you over vines and get
How
over
many-
time. And
how many
so
guys
snow.
You need. How many guys?
Yeah.
You need?
Listen, they try. It's not crazy complex Feyball, but I'm not trained for it.
I'm not trained for it either, but I'm really good at building things.
You look a lot more lithe than I do. You work down in the mines?
Yeah, it's actually a consequence of forgetting to eat when I'm distracted.
You're seen.
It's like an attention deficit thing,
Oh, yeah. My wife has that.
Me.
So how many guys do you need to make a team? How many guys you got on your team right now?
Or gals, gals.
No one.
Days.
No
How
one
many
from the
thens?
miners is playing. Because our
Oh,
team
that's a real bummer. Well,
all got injured.
We know that, but like, how many
If you-
days are usually on the team? How
4.
many
Because we don't
4.
know the rules.
We got 4 people. We've got 4 people, Audie. The other part of the 4 is they're on the team. Oh, by the way, you forgot to give me your gold. I won that pot. You should just scoot it this way. But yeah, they're on the team too. Where do we sign up? Where's my pint? Fire whiskey.
So they will say if you actually want to sign up, they will point you to Conal, and they'll say Conal will be at the wine and cheese night.
Did you write it down, Audie?
Are you guys going to the wine and cheese night? I love cheese.
You just drank my ticket.
Cheese.
No. Well, why don't we take you? Our treat. We'll take you to the wine and cheese night, man.
I like the way.
Why?
Because we're friends now. We just
Are
moved
you-
here.
Do you
We
not
Do
know?
you want to start a band?
Do you know what cheese?
Yeah,
is?
we've got a great band name. It's the Soggy Galoshes.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
And so-
man.
Kendall and Karis will walk in on. They'll see their compatriots getting ready to start a band with some of the local miners.
Yes.
In a state of
Sing about
of,
cheese.
in
Sing about cheese.
medium to intense inebriation.
I love cheese. I love cheese. It's
Yes.
for you. Eat it in the breeze.
Todd has a tambourine.
And they're like pounding their mugs of ale. They're like
Fresh
cheese,
slices
cheese,
in
cheese,
pie.
cheese, cheese, cheese,
Yeah.
cheese.
What kind of cheese, lads?
Karis takes one look at this,
Stilton,
turns,
cheddar.
heads up towards the
Wanna
room.
get a little monster.
All right, you'll see. Oh, it's
Kendall's
I only
going
like
up
it
to the
mashed. We
room,
only take
too.
Munster the mashed.
Wait, look, there's the team.
Kendall is going to
Hey!
walk quicker to the room.
Hey, Kenny, you're on the team. You gotta get over here. Where's
But I don't know what you're talking about, and they have a date. Goodbye.
We might need you to reanimate some extra teammates for us. How do you feel about that?
We need bodies.
All right, and they slip by up into their room.
Bodies.
We're undeterred, and we go back to our cheese shanty.
All right, so the cheese shanty, it sounds like, continues long into the night.
So many nautical cheese puns.
Because we gotta love the cheese with all our might.
On a ship made of cheese.
So I need
In
both
the
of you to
summer
make a
breeze.
perception check at disadvantage.
Oh.
Okay. I was going to say, are we at disadvantage? Oh.
Great.
Oh.
Super good.
Perception with where's my little sheet here? I've got 9, 10, 13. My passive is 14.
Okay.
I got 11. So. Great. Awesome.
Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. All right. So you will. Yep. So you don't notice anything.
Sure don't.
But I love the taste of cheese.
And
It's
they will
good.
they will contently sit there through the whole night as the cheese shanty goes on. The sort of the blue-skinned Eladrin that was sitting at the table with his nose in a book will eventually shuffle off. And it's just you and the Cheesemeisters. It's the soggy galoshes chorus.
Cheesemeister, he's Mr. Glow.
All right, Candle, what are you up to?
Well, Kendall, I think, is getting ready for a date.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Okay, so what's Kendall's how is Kendall bringing his A game for Fall Rat?
Well, first of all, he's going to go through his clothes and find some of his really nice clothes that actually look like not so basic, have like embroidery on them. It's probably got some embroidery that kind of harkens back to the symbols of Kendret on it, but in like a very like, what's the word, brocade kind of way. And he's going to also freshen up by prestidigitizing his hair to be like in a nice sort of falling around his face, framing his face nicely. Give himself a little bit of a spritz of perfume from that prestidigitation.
Karis comes up behind you, just holding and offers you her disguise kit in case you want to use any of it, without saying, just holding this up. If you know what it is, great. If you don't, then we can have a conversation about it.
What is this?
Oh, well, this is my disguise kit, which of course I have, as something that, everybody has in House Durethil.
Okay. What should I do with it?
As many things as you want, which includes 0. Would you like to use anything from it while you're freshening up?
I don't know what to do with it, so you'd have to explain to me what to do.
Makeover!
And there's a makeover montage that ends with Kendall leaving with just an extra sash. Because it's got to be very understated. It's Kendall.
Still a montage for it though.
Kendall flips their hair to the opposite side, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm picturing like 2 stripes of brocade down his shirt that have Kendra symbolism on them, and he's just wearing dark black and with silver brocade and a nice red sash.
I like it.
Yeah.
Very snazzy. As Kendall leaves, if we're still out there singing shanties, I'm going to start singing to Kendall's regal cheese. Regal cheese walking down the stairs for a nice night breeze. Looking cool.
Did you do something different with your hair? You look so handsome.
Well, thank you.
It's really
I mean, Adora
And the
helped me
bartender is
Yes.
cleaning a glass and nods.
Like,
Very,
walking in the
very
air.
handsome. Yeah.
Thank you, thank you.
What are
Thank
you
you.
wearing? It smells so. Oh, it smells good. It's really good.
Like cheese, and then we go off into the shit.
All right, and the cheese shandies will continue late into the night. As Kendall makes his way, winding back through past the House Yty where the Banshee was found, and heading into the Elite District past the Jahan's Rise. As they kind of weaves through, there's music in a few of the street corners, and some of the parks you see different kind of enchantments that light up with these nicer properties. And you see a group of fairies selling ice cream and shoestrings
Nice.
on your way.
Nice. Kendall also would have invited Karis to come with him because he was under the impression that like we're trying to gather information at this thing. And those two are too drunk for that.
Does Karis go?
Karis is reluctantly going.
All right, so Karis, Candle wind their way back through the streets here. They cross a big main thoroughfare, and they arrive at the mayor's house. As they arrive, they are kind of your billed for the entry, 25 gold. So mark that off. And you will see a series of beautiful canvas tents that seem to have various aspects of the Feywild and of the seasons kind of magically projected onto them. And as you enter these tents, you seem to be going from season to season. And within each tent, there are round tables and people sitting, and it's all themed to the different spaces. And so you can move through these tents, this series of groups, and you will eventually find, winter, spring, summer, and you'll end up back in the fall tent, and that's where you will see Fall Red. And sitting at the table with Fall Red are notably two rough-looking young frost giants and a familiar face. Captain Irbalar.
Gasp.
Wow, it worked!
Oh.
We gathered information. All right, cool. All right, cool. I can leave now, then, since that's all I wanted to know about.
You're muted as well.
No, you cannot leave now. No, that's not happening. All right. Well, this is interesting. Do we want to? How do we want to approach this?
First, let me ask this question: do you, when you see him, when you like peek your head into the tent and you see that that Fall Red is sitting there with Irbalar and the giants, do you just kind of walk in and make yourself seen, or
I go the other way?
When we see that, Kendall would want to duck his head back out. It's a wine and cheese night, right? Is this like, it's like a cocktail hour at a wedding where there's like a whole bunch of servers going around with like wine and hors d'oeuvres and things like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Kendall would duck back out, look for the nearest server, and go and get himself a goblet of wine and an hors d'oeuvre, and then turn to Karis and go, well, so you saw that, yes?
Yeah, I did. I guess we have a decision to make now, which is how much do we care about them knowing that we're alive and here, compared to just mysteriously out in the ether somewhere on an island, stranded.
Well, my only social in is Fall Red right now. and I don't know how I will get anyone to talk to me as since that.
Well, I mean, you're charming.
Am I?
We're here. I mean, it's a mixer, right? It's not like it's a. I mean, that's what mixers are for. Why would everyone be here if they weren't trying to make friends?
Sure. We probably will want to know what they are talking about, so.
That's true. You're very correct. That seems useful. I guess maybe I mean we could do some sort of zany plan where we disguise ourselves as servers or something like that. I'm not sure that's really our style, but we could.
No, not there, but I vote yes on the zany plan.
They're like, we're not the type, and then
Feel it.
meanwhile,
You feel
Audie's
it,
been
hear
learning
it.
spying and been learning how to do undercover work. So, oh no, it's our style, right?
All right. Well, I mean, what we could do is we could try to blend into the crowd. There's a lot of people in the mixer. We can try to blend into the crowd, get just close enough to be able to hear what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe that's a good idea. It's
So-
going to be a little bit difficult for you to blend into the crowd, though.
Yeah, I don't look like the rest of the crowd. I know I'm very monotone.
I'm a bit different as well, but it's not quite as bad, I suppose.
And as you look at the folks around in the crowd, like there are, you see like most of the Eladrin are kind of, they're mirroring the season of the space that they're in. So you're in the winter room. You're in the winter room, looking into the fall room, and you are, you're sort of surrounded by dark bluish skinned Eladrin, and you'll see Karis has a little bit of blue creeping into them, the middle half.
Okay. I think you would be the best for being able to blend in. I think that I stick out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, all right. I guess this plan doesn't require any talking, so that's a plus.
But then what would I do?
It's a party. Have fun. Gather information from other people.
Do I not go to Foreolis then?
I tell you what, I'll come find you when they separate to let you know Forehead is safe to go hang out with.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, yeah, I don't want to deprive you of your... Okay, yeah. Yeah, all right.
Well,
So-
I mean, I don't know if I'm really on a date with Foreolis at this point, considering who the company he's keeping.
Oh, so you're not really... Okay, yeah. Well, in any case, I mean, you don't know. He doesn't know. You don't know, right?
I don't know.
I don't know.
So I think what's gonna happen is Kendall's going to hang out in the winter room because it's probably the only room where he doesn't completely stand out.
Well, the winter room, everyone's blue.
Yeah, it's true.
And he's very white.
You are very
Yes.
pale, though. Yeah. So
Where do
He's
people
very-
be white?
that's
Which
a winter
room?
color.
Yeah, he's white. He's very, very pale with dark hair and dark clothes. So
You
An
aren't
icy
the
forest.
only non-Eladrin there, but you are notably one of the few non-Eladrin there. As you kind of listen through the party, the talk seems to be more about that there are two giants at the party. They seem to be
That
drawing
does
the bulk of the attention.
Yeah.
However,
that does help.
it's still notable that
You're drawing some looks still.
all right,
Well-
I think Kendall's going to try to just have some hors d'oeuvres, have some wine, try to look as natural as he can in making his way over towards the fall tent in a direction that's separate from where Karis is going, so Karis can blend in easier.
Karis is going to go to the bathroom and use the aforementioned disguise kit to try to make herself look less recognizable to Herbalar and more Eladrin.
Okay, make a disguise kit check.
Okay, I'm not 100% sure how to do that, but I just know I have one.
So
That's
you're
why I've
gonna
been saying
D20 plus proficiency plus intelligence,
charisma.
charisma.
I thought.
Okay, my
disguise kit
result
had
is
something to do with
22.
performance.
All
Was it
right,
not
so you
performance?
think that you've done a?
Oh yeah, well it's the same if it's the same because I have a big bonus to performance, but only for dancing. Other than that, it's just it's just a
I
normal.
just asked if it was performance. I don't know, but it could be.
So yeah, so you do a convincing job of like working in some, let's see, fall. So you end up weaving in like some beautiful leaves into your hair, you create a wreath, you're able to kind of change the shape of your eyes using makeup or whatever it is, using some face paint, and you switch up your clothing to make yourself look more distinctly Eladrin. Maybe you picked up a piece in one of the markets as you were walking over.
Good thinking, me.
Well done. Well
Good
done.
Keep rolling 22s and you'll be really thinking ahead.
I'm telling you, this die knows when to roll a 19
That's it.
and when to roll a 2.
So,
Should we cut
then,
away?
so gonna go in and you're gonna go listen to the conversation between Fall Red?
Correct. I'm just gonna
Okay.
be vibing nearby.
So the first is gonna be a pretty low DC deception check at advantage.
It was a 2, just like I thought. Okay, but the next one was a nat 20, so
Okay, so you are nonchalant as shit. You're sitting there and there's this
my
there's this
chalance
guy.
levels are like -5.
Yep. And oh, sorry, PG-13. You're nonchalant as heck.
Oh yeah, my chalance levels are like -2.
Okay. No, we got to be reasonable here. And so you'll be sort of engaged in this conversation, not really with a guy named Mariel, and he'll say, "Oh, I'll tell you, down at the Temple of Jahan, you gotta come down. It's just like this beautiful place. There's like lots of
Oh.
wonderful people."
Oh,
And so make a
cool.
perception check.
Okay. Nat 1.
So far, this guy, Mariel, is really just filling your ears as you're trying to go in.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I maybe I will then. So I guess I have to disengage a little and maybe go be really interested in the snacks, so that I'm not getting covered by just one guy.
Okay, so as a waiter is making their way through, you make your way over to like nearish to the table.
Yeah.
And you make another perception check.
12.
All right. You will hear as you listen over the next couple minutes, you'll be able to hear a couple different snippets of conversation. You'll hear him saying, "Oh, thank you so much for letting my men take off No Surahegwa. It's not so often that they get to enjoy the festivities with everyone else. They often get stuck behind, so we really appreciate you." And you'll hear Herbalife saying, "Well, I'm so happy that you oh no, that's not Herbalife's voice. Well, I'm so happy that you you got me introduced to Anlith. He's just a wonderful guy, and I know that our company is really looking forward to handling this menace and getting the Mithral Company back up on its feet."
Cool.
And so you will the waiter will eventually, you'll only be able to hold it there for so long. It's not like the hands on the Foreolis that will just sit there indefinitely. And so he'll feel like, do you want anything more?
Oh, well, yeah, and select something. Thanks.
Okay. And so you look around, and there are a few groups. There's a woman sitting quietly at a table nearby. A blue-skinned Eladrin some reason he didn't change color, but he's in there with his nose in a book. And he's sitting alone, and then there are a few other groups. The Mariel talking about Jahan and trying to welcome you to his temple will be there. Kendall, what's up?
So Kendall would have sidled into the tent in like a different direction that Karis came in. Does he see that blue Skindaladrin with the nose in the book?
Yeah.
Okay, that's something that would attract Kendall because Kendall is also a nerd. So he would maybe make his way over to that table. And is there any place to sit?
Yeah, this guy's just sort of sitting by himself, a glass of wine. You actually recognize him. He was at the Flax and Flame.
Okay.
And he'll say, "Oh yeah, but please, have a seat." Yeah.
Oh, thank you. I've been looking for someone to chat with.
You have a lovely accent. Where are you from?
Oh, I'm from the Isles.
You're a high elf?
Yes.
Oh my God! Tell me all about it. What's Athiani like? What's the capital like?
Oh well, I mean, I'm sure it's probably about as interesting as this place is to me because I grew up there, so it doesn't seem that interesting to me. But this place is just wonderful.
Oh no, it's fascinating. Come on, we never have people from the Ethereal Isles around here. Only if things go really wrong. Here, can I introduce? What's your name?
Kendall Visit.
Oh, Kendall. Okay, let me get my friend. He's so excited. He would be so excited to meet you. And he'll yell, Garrett, we got someone from the Ethereal Isles. Ed!
Can I see your book really fast?
And he'll say, "Oh, of course, for anything for my friends from the Ethereal Isles."
Nice. Okay, great.
All right, make a nonchalance check. Make a performance or deception check, or persuasion.
All right, all of these suck. Let's do this. That one. That one was the +1.
This is what direction this is going.
Sensing a pattern.
It's a really nice book. What is this book about?
And you'll see, Irbalar. So as you see this happen, you will hear this kerfuffle sort of breaking out.
Okay, I have one chance. Right now, I can spill something and distract them.
Okay.
This is my last chance to try.
Make a performance check.
Okay.
Oh, it better be a good performance.
You know
check.
what? And you know what it's going to be because I'm spilling something very elegantly, like I'm sort of tripping.
I figured.
And you know what? Tripping over things is like, if you're doing it really well, tripping is kind of like you got to really know how to like control your body.
Right. It's a dance move all on its own.
It really is. Okay, we'll make a performance check. My result is 15.
Okay, describe that. Tell me what you do.
Okay, Karis looks over in an incredibly high amount of concern at all of the everything that she's hearing from Kendall's table, and looks around frantically for something to do. At the snack in her hand, at like a vase, or maybe not a vase. There's no vases here. That doesn't make any sense. So that was her first thought. No vases. This is an Eladrin. This is a very Feywild type place.
But alas,
there would be like a fancy gourd or some like beautiful twisted, twisted copper and mithril goblets.
Yes. So you see Karis look around and then very quickly come up with a plan and essentially just fall over towards this gourd. And it spills over towards her, and as she's backing up, no, and then trips over one of the roots, along the ground since it's a fall area, and then does kind of a side a stage fall towards some other curtain, and then pulls it down by accident over herself, and is has the wine on her, and like there's like little bits of cheese everywhere, and so it's kind of, it maybe is drawing everyone's attention a little bit, but I mean, my disguise is well, I mean, it's pretty good. It's not that good, but it's better than his. So this is
Which
the
is nothing.
best chance we have to stay anonymous.
Well, his disguise, which doesn't exist.
Which is nothing.
And you'll say, so as your head hits the ground, you get your last chance to listen in. So make a perception check at disadvantage as your ears are ringing.
Okay, well, here's what I was thinking earlier, and I'm going to bring up now, which is that I'm going to, for this, well, this is a good opportunity. Like, my ears are like they're ringing, but they're also twitching in a very feline way. So that this is the flavor of my primal knowledge ability, where I get to like channel my like primal magic through to do things like perception. So I would like to use that to negate the disadvantage.
Do that.
And use my other rage for the day. Okay, that would be a nat 1.
Oh, geez.
Love
I
it.
thought we tried.
So you will hear you'll hear 3 nights will be the last thing Irbalar says.
Okay.
A third night.
Third night.
And then you'll hear like, talk to you soon. Talk to you soon. Talk to you soon. And
yeah.
Irbalar and the giants will get up and make their way out of the fall room. And
that's great news. They left. Now I don't have to continue to not be recognizable by them while I recover from my big display of falling.
All right, so Garrett, come on over, and they'll be like, so tell us about Athiani. So, are you from the capital? Where are you from in the Isles?
I'm from the capital. My family has had a manor there for a very long time.
Oh my gosh! So what is it like to live in a manor in Athiani? I can't even imagine.
Well, I mean, it's hard to say because it's hard to imagine how other folks live, but it is it's very fine. We get a lot of the nicer things.
And as you're doing this, you'll feel like a familiar hand kind of stroke the back of your head. Hey, handsome. Thanks for coming.
It's nice to see you.
I see that you've made some friends. Mur, how are you? Garrett, how are you? And he nods at the other two. Can I invite you to join me at my table?
Oh, I would love that.
Oh, come on over, handsome. And he'll take your hand if you're willing, and we'll lead you over to the table and say, So, Kendall, how did it go over at Alarian's house today?
Oh, well, I mean, we were able to help her with her problem. Granted, there is a little bit more going on than I think anybody thought there would be. Her cat was stuck in a basement with an undead creature, and that is what she was worried about, was her cat. We were able to get the cat out, but the creature...
Here, let me just, let me call over, he just left, Mbatra. Wonderful guy, also from the Isles. Hey, I can have him send the giants over. You want me to call him over?
You know what? That sounds good, actually. Yes. If there's someone who can help with the undead, because that banshee, I think, would be very difficult to deal with one-on-one.
Okay, so he's saying, do you want me to call Mbatra back to the table?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay, and so he...
Out of game, I don't know what to do, guys. Out of game, I am
You're crushing it. You're crushing it.
Oh, shit.
I don't know, like, if your character is, like, very oblivious of
He's not oblivious. He just doesn't know what to do. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to make too big a scene about things. And he knows that they saw him because,
Does he?
They called out. There's a high elf, and then suddenly those guys disappeared.
Well, but there was also a big ruckus.
True. Okay, let me think about it for a second.
Okay,
No,
well,
it's
okay,
not-
out of game. There's like, I think personally, I think there's a lot of good reasons why you would refuse that. Like, you could be like, you know what, great idea, but maybe not right now. I'm having such fun talking to you. That sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, that's
Thank you.
so out of
Thank
game.
you.
That's my.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I was out of game panicking. I was like, I don't know what to do. I
It's
guess
okay, we're here
I'm
together.
talking to the bad guy now. Anyway, scratch the sure, yeah, that's fine. No, you know what? I mean, that's something I'm sure you can handle another time. I told your secretary the details, and let's just have fun tonight.
Well, all right then. And he'll flash you a charming smile.
Mm-hmm.
Roll for charming, Molly. You don't actually do that.
6.
Oh, you're doing so good.
All right. No, it fell on the floor. I have no idea what it rolled. But anyways,
All right, good.
So yeah, and so he'll kind of he'll say, you know, but there's also from the Isles, I think. He's in a company with these giants, and it seems like a nice guy. You ever met him?
I don't think that I have. What's he like? Tell me more about him.
Oh, you know, he's got, and he'll describe Irbalar, short brown hair, close crump beard, and kind of a gruff
Cries
tone.
a lot.
Shapeshifter legs.
What
Fuck.
do you know?
Might be a gym.
Do you know what brought him here? I know we were coming for the festival, and a friend of mine has family here.
Oh, yeah. Well, you see, the giants are looking for a deal on their weaponry. They have something coming up. They're getting ready to do something. So we just wanted to make sure we're here to help. Well, they're here to kind of facilitate that, make friends, and actually Mbatra is going to come with me to the mayor's ball on the third night.
Oh, okay.
I'm hoping to make an introduction.
So between Mbatra and the mayor.
Yeah, he seems like a good guy.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to think. I mean, his name is very familiar. You know, I can't place it. You know, so there's so many people on the Cereal Isles, and everyone runs in like connected groups. I've probably heard his name. He's probably heard my name.
Character. Mbatra is a specifically giant name, right? That's
Yeah.
notable about it.
Yep.
He's the elf, though.
He's the elf, but he's an elf with a giant name.
With the giant name, yeah.
It's just so unusual because I don't see very many elves working with giants in the Cereal Isles. We don't really get a lot of them.
Hey, you know, I'm here to help the Mithral Company. You know, if introducing the giant Analyth had a problem, the giants had a solution. And if they help us open back up the mines, why shouldn't we help them?
I mean, that does make sense. What's going on with those mines anyway?
Oh, they a couple weeks back, these undead started coming, these banshees, these ghosts started coming up out of the...
That's why you recommended that.
What?
When I said there was an undead, that's why you recommended them.
Yeah, of course. They're in the mines now trying to fight him back.
Oh, that's so
That's
weird.
what Amlet tells me.
That's so weird. What kinds of even undead should be there? I mean, it's not like you're mining into a gravesite.
No, it was very strange. But that's, listen, the Mithral Guard handles Yty Vra'a, and they can handle, the Mithral Company can handle the mines. I'm just here to make a connection and make new friends, bring new friends together.
You'll have to excuse me. I'm just very interested in the undead, especially with my god and how they view the undead. It's something of a point of interest for me.
Well, if you want to go down to the mines, maybe you can take a look. Maybe the giants will let you in. Take a look around.
Oh, I mean, if I got a good word from you, I'm sure that the giants wouldn't mind.
That's possible. I mean, it's not my turf, again.
Right,
Maybe,
but connections here, there. And I mean...
Yeah, I could, if I introduce you to Mbatra, he was headed down there tomorrow. Maybe you could go with him.
You know what? I'll have to check in with my compatriots. I know they had something planned with Fayball or something to do with that tomorrow.
Oh, are you going to play?
I think they wanted me to, but I've never played.
I've seen the I've seen the rewards. There's these beautiful moon-touched weapons that they're going to be giving away as a reward, and he'll point over to a display case in the fall room, and it'll show the winners will be able to pick from a selection of these beautiful moon-touched weapons.
Well, maybe I can win you one.
Well, handsome, and he'll tap the rapier on his belt. He'll say, "I wouldn't be mad about that."
How much do you know about Fayball? Maybe you can help me figure out how I'm going to win.
Well, it's and he'll explain the rules. And so it's a game played. It's a 3-round skill challenge where you can use your magic to influence. Basically, there are 100-foot poles, and on top there is an animal in a cage, or a fake creature in a cage. And the goal is to get the animal down. And so run over, it's capture the flag, but with an animal. And you can use, it's kind of a competitive skill challenge where they're going to set up some kind of defense, and then they're going to strike, and then there's going to be the return. And so that's kind of how the 3 rounds will work. And they use magic, but it's not fighting. Any use of magic to attack will lead to
disqualification.
Will actually just be nullified. The Fae have figured a way out to do it. They're really wonderful. And he'll point at this sea nymph that's sort of floating by on this kind of rainbow cloud behind it. Fae rights.
It's the first time that I've seen so much Fae in one area. In the Cereal Isles, we hardly see anything from the Feywild.
No se rehegua. It's a beautiful time. And it's beautiful company to spend it with.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think Kendall's going to keep whining and dining him for a while. Karis, what are you up to?
Can I roll for cleaning wine? That was a joke. I am cleaning wine though.
Okay.
So I'm cleaning up myself. I'm very messy now. I made a sacrifice. And Karis really doesn't like having stuff like that on her, as we've established way back in episode 2. So
episode 2 now live on YouTube.
Oh my god.
Karis fastidiously scrubbing herself with club soda.
Yeah.
Fey water.
I think also Elon and I's intent, correct me if I'm wrong.
I'm coming to collect.
Also take the adult minors to the wine and cheese night.
You got it.
We're going.
There's 2 other tents.
We going.
Too, so that can still happen.
Audie very clearly offered to pay and get them their tickets back.
This is our end.
We're going to it with the minors.
We're going
with a trade.
We're gonna go in with the minor league of Fable.
Yes, the minor league. We're going in as a sports team. Half of us are injured.
If we do play, we will be the minor league. That should be the name of our team. Maybe that's the name of your band.
The adult minor
The
league.
Slosh and Gloshes is the name
We
of the
want the
band.
adult minor league.
Yeah.
All right, so as you spend the night, so you clean yourself up, Karis. Anything else that you want to do,
Me?
Karis?
Just walk around listening. I haven't been doing a great job of listening tonight, but I'm not one to give up. Just from honestly, maybe I just leave because like I'm not having a good time. I got wine on me. Like I'm scrubbing it, but like I would rather take a shower. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Interestingly, scrubbing bubbles.
I don't follow.
Mm-hmm.
I got it. Bubbles is scrubbing.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I guess yeah. It could be something where like
anime protagonist laugh.
this is a fancy party.
Amazing.
Maybe
This
the
is the
mayor.
first time.
Maybe the mayor's servant was like, here, like, it was like, oh no, you got, all messy here. We're so sorry. And then like take me to the mayor's like fancy bathroom and I get to go like clean myself up in there. And like, and that's really nice. And like, I'm like, okay, well, I'm convinced. And then maybe I get to meet the mayor and some stuff happens, that sort of thing. That's what I'm doing.
There's some wish casting here. So a waiter will come around and give you, oh, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Ma'am. Here's some Fey water. I hear that takes the stain right out. I know that they sell little sticks of Fey soap. It's called oh my gosh, Wave. No, Current. It's called Current, and it's a little stick that you use to clean it out. It's wonderful.
All right, it took me a sec to get that one. Oh, Current. Okay, brilliant. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. I seen the fairy selling it down there with ice cream.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the fairies. Okay. Well.
Or maybe
okay,
they're sprites.
thanks.
I can't tell.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I have had enough of beverages for the night personally, but so I don't really want to go encounter any sprites, but
Pew, pew, pew.
so yeah, I think maybe I will head out, but keeping my ears peeled, unless something happens on the way out.
So as you're making your way out, you will stumble past a group of people singing loudly about cheese. And they will make their way past you, and you'll see. Do you make yourself known to the members of the group, or no? Do you just slip by them into the night?
No, I do not do that. I go up to them.
Okay.
We are definitely going to try and wrangle you into our cheese shenanigans.
No, listen, stop. Keep it down.
How fun do
No,
you do?
Please, no, please.
Hey. Got her.
So, sharks.
You know what, Karis? You're like a shark cheddar.
No,
Like a beautiful shark cheddar.
Listen. Do you see my state? Do you see what I look like? This is because of him.
Yeah. Is this a new thing you're doing?
No,
It looks great.
No. Oh my gosh.
You look great.
Listen, you've got to be careful. You've got to keep a low profile, okay? Because we saw Ebola and confirmed my conspiracy theory that Mbatra and Ebola is the same person.
What? The captain? No way.
I'm trying. By the way, for the record, I would like to. I'm definitely not interested in their like friends having been part of this. So I'm going to attempt to take them aside and kind of whisper to them this stuff.
So we'll be right back, guys. Don't even worry about it.
Oh!
Wait.
Ozzy!
Captain was Herbalar? Was Mbatra the whole time?
Yeah,
Wait.
I've been saying it the whole
Are we
time.
all in the same? Are we in the same night as the shanties into the night, or is
Yes.
it the morning?
Yeah, you're
This is
still,
the same
you're
night.
still inebriated.
You're still.
You're still inebriated. I got
I
this
am
one.
gambling.
Inebriated.
Hey.
Elin is 100%
Crackers for
following on that gambling table right now. Then she is gambling. Continue. I'm just letting you know she is focused on that dang gambling.
She's there, but
Elin,
not
I'm
really.
listening.
Correct.
Look, you can be here, but you stick out a bit. I mean, Odyssey. I mean, you don't stick out, but like he knows what we look
I
like.
have beautiful flowing Eladrin hair. Okay.
Yes, yes,
I
and
was
it's
born to be here.
beautiful. You sure were, but you know who you recognizes your beautiful flowing Eladrin hair?
Our new Fable team.
Erbalar, our old captain of our boat.
Oh, I heard he was in Batra secretly the whole time.
Yes, so did I. And it's really important that they do not learn that we're here until we're ready to deal with that. Because if that happens, and I mean, they could frame us for something, they could attack us in the night. It's really, really helpful if they don't know. And that's also, as I said, why there's so much wine in this zone.
You know who's so good at keeping secrets? Elon.
Okay.
Elon taught me how to be a spy today.
You know, did she? And was that a lot of fun? Did you do
I'm a
good?
spy now.
Do you want to know what spies
And
do?
the amount of ale on his breath is enough to knock over a horse.
Do you want to know what spies do?
Tell me what
I
know.
can give you.
But
I know
if I
that
didn't know, what would you say?
Spies disguise themselves, and I know a thing or two about disguises.
Will
It's
you
important.
disguise me?
You know what? I sure will. But first, we've got to handle Elin and make sure that because she's a lot more recognizable. You know, it doesn't even take Erbalar to look at her for her to be identified.
Watch this. And he's going to pull a leaf out of his hair and stick it in Elon's hair. And he's going to be like, now she's an Eladrin.
Meanwhile, like, yes, I win again! I win.
He's going to high five her for her winning.
High five.
She keeps it up.
Just like without even looking, just boom, without even looking.
And then hold her hand and like, you know, bring it and like, I don't know, give it a kiss or something. And like, please, there's something important that you need to know.
Did you just kiss my hand?
Elin, we gotta get disguised. It's spy time.
It's spy time.
Why do we gotta get into
spy time in Ridgemount High?
Okay,
why
listen.
are you talking about spy time?
So Elin, I think that if we could conceal our identities from the people who wanted us dead, that might be good.
You got a problem. Did you forget that all of you put your real names except for me on that nice little register?
That's brilliant. Okay. But what about your face? If someone who knows you is here, they will see you. And regardless of whatever name you put, they're going to see you and know that you're here.
Yeah, I can always change my face, or, you know, I could stealth around, but I just
change your face.
I'm just saying.
That, then? Now's a great time.
I'm just saying, it didn't make any sense though, because you put your real name on the dang paper. If they don't see your face, they know you're here.
Elin,
okay,
it's like
assuming that they've got those people in their pocket, but that's a pretty large assumption.
It's an official register. Like, that's what people do. It's like it's an official register. They're like working the place. They're all in charge.
Okay. So we've reached an impasse. It strikes me that Aelin and Odd are going to spend the night drinking at the fair, full force, will not be mitigated, full visibility.
I don't know. I think I was making a lot of progress with Odd.
Odd would be willing to be disguised if Karis just like shoveled him into a bathroom and disguised him.
That I could do.
Okay,
So I think
so
part of it though is also you're forgetting that Aelin is House Aerith. She's acting drunk. She's not actually quite as inebriated as she seems.
Always not acting.
And Audie is
Odd
not
is
acting, and she
actually
never
drunk.
stopped. She never stopped Audie because it's more realistic when Audie is actually drunk.
wonderful.
Okay.
Like
So,
Elin's pretty sober. She's drunk. Like she's drunk a lot, but she didn't like get drunk. She is participating in what she does best.
so
I feel assured.
make the disguise kit check.
Okay.
Like
Um,
Elin's just gonna be like, I'm just not going to show my face. They don't know I'm here. I'm going to stay.
Proficiency, intelligence, or charisma.
Yeah. Okay, 13.
Right. So you give him maybe a bruised eye and tie an ascot around his neck.
Classic.
Classic. It's a classic look.
If you need me to roll the deception on my fakery of drunk, I rolled a while ago, but we never asked for it. So I got 17.
It's a while.
Matters.
So that's good. We love it. So that'll occur. You'll get them set up. So Odd will drunkenly hang out with the miners. As Aelin, as you're sort of stumbling around with the miners gather around this big display case. And you'll see it'll say like reward for the gladiator games. It'll say kind of the bounty, what it will be. And it says winners will choose from per winner. There are a display of all different kinds of mithril infused weapons. An insignia of claws. Something that is known to like give like druids that attack with their claws or otherwise a little bump. A cloak of elven kind that seems to give strong defensive bonus. Then there's also this strange kind of, it seems to be armor, but it seems like tubes and pipes, and there's like chemistry sets and everything. And you know that it's something that arcanists would use as like a focus. It's a Mysium apparatus. And then the last one would be a very coveted thing. It's a slumbering dragon touch focus, and it's this little obsidian orb that seems to have like worms, WYRMS, moving around inside of it, and it's kind of smoky and all of that. So you'd see like a clear upgrade for your crossbow there, and that's for taking the whole banana for the gladiatorial games.
This is like the winnings, right?
This would be you would get to choose. Each winner would be able to choose, and each weapon is from like a different famous smithing house in the Smiths district. So there's a couple different groups within there that they have all their different styles. Some of them are really nature themed. Some of them are more like they have the waves like Damascus steel. It's a whole bunch of different beautiful pieces.
Elan's got that Smith's tools proficiency as well. She probably can identify pretty quickly.
Speaking of beautiful pieces, I think that this beautiful piece of art has to come to an end for today.
And I'm about to put a put a period.
Please,
on it.
Button period. Do your punctuation. And
so as this learning, as you go on through the night, Odd and Aelin will move through the party. Kendall will have to decide whether he goes home with Fall Red or not.
He's aiming to.
Okay. And the last thing will be, as Karis is walking back to the Flaxen Flame, you'll come around a corner and you'll bump into someone, and looking at them is like looking into a differently gendered mirror.